First of all, what is Python? Let's get into this. What is Python in general? Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language with dynamic semantics. It's a high-level programming language, so using Python, you can make great applications with less effort. Additionally, it is closer to the human language and further to the machine language. With that being said, it's one of the most beginner-friendly programming languages in the world. Really, what can you do with Python? You can build websites with Python and also using the Django framework, which is a pretty strong web framework for Python. You can make desktop GUI applications. If you don't know, the graphical user interface is a form of user interface that allows users to interact with electronic devices. Also, you can make complex scientific and numeric operations with Python. After that, use Python for building network programming, developing artificial intelligence, or analyzing data. It's actually pretty useful and a strong language in these topics. For business applications, you can build software with Python. You can also create games with Python, specifically with PyGames. Totally useful to learn the program, but not recommended to do a decent game. I can say that Python isn't the most effective language to create games. So, American computer programmer Brian Cohen says, "My favorite language for maintainability is Python. It has simple, clean syntax, object encapsulation, library support, and optional named parameters." It's totally correct, and because of that many programmers use Python. According to TIOBE Index, it's the third most common language. Also, 8.2 million developers use Python, which is a huge community, and also many developers want to learn Python to advance in programming. Here is a Stack Overflow survey. As it's seen, Overflow survey shows that many users ask questions about Python in Stack Overflow. It also means that you find more things if you beg some help in Stack Overflow or just search your problem. Most big tech companies use Python. That's why if you are good at Python, probably you can find a job from any tech company you wanted. As a summary, Python is a language that improves productivity. Also, it's an interpreted language that you can directly and freely execute your code without compiling. It's also a dynamically typed program, which means that you should define your variable before using it, which means that you don't need to make an explicit declaration, initialization, before using it. It's free and open source, and it supports a vast amount of libraries. If we look at cons, because it's a dynamically typed language, it's not the fastest language. It's also not efficient because it stores the data length and item name by default. Finally, it's unsuitable for mobile computing. Last but not least, it's also an object-oriented language. Bye.